Hey there. The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board, that is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Happy to help. That's my job, after all.
You're real good at it, too.
Well, thank you, miss. It's nice to be recognized. Yep.
Can we move this along? I have a certain, matter I'd like to attend to, Captain.
Are you pulling my leg? Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board. Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are. Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself. Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year. Glad to help. Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either. They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them. All right. He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison. Really likes his cereals, too. Maybe a little too much. Bit of a weird bird, all told.
Don't see what's so wrong about liking cereals. They're fun.
Udon takes it to an, unhealthy level. You noticed, huh? What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not when it might impact their bottom line. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them. It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway. Sure thing. Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right. You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony. Be seeing you.
I could spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. So, tell me what's on your mind. I excel at confessional listening. Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist School of Thought, so the book is banned in this colony. Yes, well, now that we're here, can we check in with security? I'd like to track down that scholar.
Something you need?
That maniac on Monarch's still screaming into the comms void. Getting real sick of it.
I wonder what that fella did to get the board so riled at him.
You learn to keep your eyes to yourself. Nobody wants you looking close to the cargo.
Huh?
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's embarked.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Around a sweet purple berry flavored center. Suck it, chew it. You can do it. Rizzo's Lemon Slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
Got one more hour before the dockmaster bills me. How many beers can I down, do you think?
I'll keep quiet. No one saw me trip over that, right? sure this is perfectly safe? I'd rather not die early of an infectious disease myself.
To the last ratchet on rotten time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you?
Something's not right. I'm gonna go have a look. What do you think you're doing? I don't want any trouble out of you.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Umfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place. Let me get one thing straight. Jesse and I are not friends. As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's... Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed. Good luck getting to Jesse, and better luck if you do.
Something I can help you with? If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her. She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying. Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei, I fear. Supplies are hard to come by out here. We don't have the ability to manufacture our own medical supplies here on Groundbreaker. Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more critical resources like adequately trained staff. We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable. Take care.
To the last ratchet on rotten time, leave me in peace! worrying. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Hi. Should've known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended. Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. What? No, I didn't do anything. You'd let a poor, ill woman get disappeared by the board? Awfully cold-blooded of you. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the Blood Tear diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years. If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
What do you think you're doing? Just don't complicate the job, okay?
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. Sure is. You need a deft hand to straighten a busted nose or sparkle up those Of course, there's not much cosmetic improvement going on at the moment, not without my mechanicals. We're the law. I'm expecting our delivery fellow to stop through with medical supplies and a brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling.
Any word on Jessie? Let's just say she did. So, did you find? Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engine.
Rizzo's Chocolate Bar, a CCN 76 milk chocolate bar with caramel and cream. It's time for a KYO.
Your site's out for
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't... Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want... Oh, I will. Soon as the chief approves the personnel reorg required for a bounty dispatch. So, in about 3 to 7 weeks. You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you. Still waiting to hear back on that bounty for McRed. That aside, not much else. Groundbreaker's keeping calm at the moment. The outlaw scientist fella, right. The board's had it out for him for ages. If you have an inkling of the wheres or what fors of his location, Udom Bedford would surely like to hear it. To the board, yeah. You've read his wanted poster. Whole list of things to get their unders in. But he's never done nothing to Groundbreaker, so I've no problem with it. Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post, I take my duties. Now let's not start a fuss. We're the security force here on Groundbreaker. The original force was made up of folks started calling us...
Hi there. Haven't seen you around. What can Groundbreaker This is the If you're here to report a crime, you'll want to talk to Commandant Sanita. We can't just let anyone walk in here. Maybe if you clear an open bounty and get in good with Commandant Sunita, or help Chief Tennyson fix this heat, that might work. Well,
You don't sound awfully sure of that.
we got a lot of rules to follow. Yeah, I'm getting that, but maybe if you clear an open... All right, I guess. In and out, though. Just try not to do any shady stuff.
There it is. Just yank the drive, and I'll do the rest. Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up. Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the cell. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to... I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in
Move along.
Chewbacca aftertaste the ring.
I am in no hurry myself.
Ready when you are.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is...
Have you seen this man? Reward offers for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Brown. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be...
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. At ease. Nice to see an outsider with some working brain cells. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. They want us to sweat, thinking that'll soften me up for a bad faith deal. If you'll excuse me, they can go fuck themselves. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. Sorry, I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back. I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer like you is more dispensable. Cute. My grandmother taught me that one. I was afraid it had fallen out of style. Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content to die last. If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we need those parts. You must not have been here long. In Halcyon, new parts come by way of interstellar freighters from Earth, and the board monopolizes that kind of trade. That means I'd have to negotiate with the board. I've already given them the shops, the docking fees, and a damn embassy. Fatalism has got no home on Groundbreaker. We aim to weather the storm no matter how bad it gets. Between us captains, I try to avoid sounding as bleak as you. Even if I'm feeling down, the crew doesn't need to hear it. Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs. This whole deck smells...
Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special. Not like a chief engineer.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducts and panels, we could work something out. You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? I didn't think so. The next captain won't have my heritage. I'll have to foster that talent from somewhere. It's only a question of when. Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gaying, kept it together during the crossing and until she died. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died. Then I took the leap from chief engineer to captain.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, I mean, which is a lot.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer. It was different knowing that I couldn't turn to anyone who could answer the tough questions for me. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family. It's got tinkerings and bypasses that only Tennysons know about. I hope that was a joke, Captain. I really do. I gelded that thing years ago. Now it brews a stim that goes down stronger than Nan or Spank. Family recipe. You've got my attention.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Force of habit, I guess. Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me.
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati.
Right. In person. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, you...
Not a problem, Cap. You're right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power, and they only get it by sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change. You've got my attention.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Tossball finals are scheduled to air soon, but a scandal has rocked the league and thrown this pivotal game into question. Both teams have tested negative for performance enhancement. This been Halcyon News, your only source for news in the Halcyon.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? I impounded Alex's ship, not yours. Well, I guess it's yours now if you're captaining it. I ask him to turn in Phineas Wells. He tells me he will soon. I impound his ship. He explains why he can't give me the info right now. I ask him to turn in Wells. Around and around we go. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? That's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with? Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases. That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. Just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? I quite concur. It's refreshing. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work? Be my guest. I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I'm their eyes, ears, and busy little hands. I have few complaints. Oh, good law! Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit?
Law, but it's miserable. My underarms are damp. How can I be expected to work in these conditions?
Chief Tennyson is supposedly looking into the cause, but I've seen no action from her.
Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that.
She's doing everything she can. It's your people's fault it's not.
My.
But hey, she's not. I just don't like this walk-in mustache speaking rude of her is all. Not after all she's given up for the station. But...
Well, now that that's dealt with, might we get back to business? Oh, you've noticed my friends. They're here to keep the peace. Precisely. Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status and so resents any board presence, no matter how. When the alternative is board guards at their gates, yes, I do. They don't. A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use. Oh, good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's... Ask away.
Wish I could say it was good to see.
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better-than-average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off. If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version. She helped me win a bet. We were on a smuggling run planetside when our point man bet me I couldn't outrun a mantisaur. And, as you can probably guess, the thing was faster than it looked. Probably would have caught me if Jesse hadn't picked it off. What, you don't appreciate my go-getter? Moral is, mantisaurs can't run when they're full of holes. It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets on... You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain. Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
Dr. Fenhill, glad you opted to join us. It'll be good to have a Sawbones on the crew.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Punch. You want a punch? We've got your punch right here.
Hey, Mr. Vicker.
Hey, you got a second? Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me. Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired. Sure, an interview. That sounds fair. I mean, first time for everything, right? Ask me any... mock apple pie and a tripicale crust? Maybe... Foreman told me my biggest problem was that I didn't take orders. I told him my problem is not with authority, it's with jackasses. So yeah, I guess my biggest flaw is that I don't suffer idiots. Hope that's not a deal breaker. Are you kidding? I love a good fight. One time, I took an autoloader's head clean off its servos with one swing of a tossball stick. You can count on me in a scrap, boss. That's a promise. Wow. You don't know how long... Thanks, boss. I'll just gather my personals.
Really? We're picking up...
Look at that. A real vicar. I'm sure we'll get along like a church on fire.
Hey, Captain. Can I get your So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages. I got him here on my datapad, and well... She sent me a poem. One she wrote... I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all... It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one... I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the... Yeah, okay. Deep breath. Maybe I just got a little squish for a minute. But yeah, there's other stuff needs doing. Thanks for the talk, Captain. I was real out of sorts. I feel better now.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your...
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch. Sugar gel flavored. Purple berry flavored Power Nuggets. Now with 1%.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural... Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for... Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself... Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little... moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for it. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Gladys. Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy.
C&P Borstworth. It's not the worst unless it's worst.
Who the... Hey, McRed!
Were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king.
Hey, I know this guy. Somehow, I always find my way back. Didn't I tell you? I'm secretly the chairman's orphan child, abandoned at birth in the back bays. Honestly, before you picked me up, I was living in the back bays. Spent my whole life up there, watching ships roll in and take off. I always wondered when my ship would come. I was what folks on the Groundbreaker call a stowaway. Means I was invisible. Life carried on for everybody else, but not for me. I had to make my own way. That's what they called us. Orphans with no family, no company to take us in, nowhere to go but the back bays. The word's a touch kindlier than Rungleech, but the meaning's just as clear. If you can't support your own self, you don't deserve to be on the Groundbreaker. Same way we all do. Look for work and hope somebody would give me a shot. Hauling boxes was about the only work I could find. Hated every second of it. Foreman and I never got on. Could be I was overreacting. A better man might have turned the other cheek. Exercised a little bit of that, what's the word? Restraint? But on the other hand, broadsiding the jackass with a tossball stick, that felt good. That felt real good. You ought to try it. Oh, I can do civilized. Proper. I caught a real lucky break. If you hadn't picked me up, I'd still be back at the docks, waiting for the day my ship arrives. Yeah, I guess my ship did arrive in the end. I've got you to thank for that. Thanks for listening, boss. Let's get going.
When I look at you, all I see is light.
Look at this ripe piece of meat, just time to feed the flame. First, I'm gonna... Hey,
well, hey there, your lordship. Good to see you again.
Of course you two know each other.
Seeing you here feels like old times. Now, what brings you down to my sprat-infested broom closet of a kingdom?
Sure, everybody knows Captain McCred, terror of the back bays and purveyor of rare fungi.
Felix is a good kid. Bad habits, poor judgment, awful taste. But we like him down here. Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back with the crew. We were just sitting in a circle, sucking down exhaust fumes and toasting to the memory of our brain cells, making this broken angel fly again. You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. You bring tribute, sacrifices, prophecy, shit like that. Under its skin, this ship is all poison and darkness. Lead bones, asbestos muscle. Maybe you're right. You've got the run of the kingdom. Up those stairs, you'll find the parts. My crew won't get in your way. Lay it on me, boss. Listen to the fire of those convictions. Alive or dead. Rare or medium. My flame? Shit. Little flick here got me started on the pyro path. Fine. He's yours. Give him a good home.
Work smarter, not harder.
Well, that's a relief. Wasn't too keen on the thought of coming to blows with you.
I'll miss my baby Pyro, but it beats losing my head. This court needs its king, and I'm one of a kind. Keen eyes you got there. Sunita gave me this lighter. We had a carnal understanding a few years back, and she wanted me to have something to remember her by.
McRed, is this another one of those situations where you're confusing reality with a mushroom trip?
Mushrooms put reality in reality, Felix. Without... Lay it up. Ship got impounded. The crew and I racked up a debt while we were grounded, and my baby got sold to Sublight. Scrapped for parts. That's bureaucracy for you. Piracy with a smile. Am I your dark reflection? Shit, must be getting old. Stay here too long, and the groundbreaker... Any friend of Felix is free to wander. You can come and go in my little kingdom.
Home sweet home.
Gave me a taste of the good stuff. I'm in trouble today.
Careful with that shit. You'll end up as crazy as he is.
Are those hibernation pods? And I thought my bunk was small.
You're the first person I've seen who talked their way past McRed. It may not sound like much, but take my word. Junlei sent me down to collect the parts we need to fix the radiators. McRed got me all distracted sucking...
Just take some level head for the hangover. And maybe don't work on anything like...
Sounds about right. McRed's something of a gourmand when it comes to mushroom.
I can't tell if you brought friends or if I'm still seeing things, so maybe I ought to lay off the fumes and head back to work. I'll get back to my post.
Staying out of sight.
You get that automech patch? McRed wants it up and running.
I'm trying to think of a good name before I wake it up.
Don't give it a name. What do you say? My bird's got a heart.
Oh, yeah?
Fuck your birthday.
This is Halcyon News.
You've returned, and in one piece. Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight mantipillar infestation. If every repair was a one-woman job, I wouldn't need an engineering team. As it is, my staff is busy. You can flip a switch for me, but you can't install these parts. Not quickly, at least. Not on the first try. Able though you've proven to be. More than a few. Less than a hive. Nothing you can't handle. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside. They got into the radiators, and here we are.
CNP near Maple Syrup. It's near this complete breakfast.
How goes the hunt? I've been ruminating on it, and nothing excessive, mind you, but here's the bounty payout. Nice work down there. With any luck, we can hire more sharp-eyed bounty hunters. Assuming the nature of the incident is... Now then.
Come on, boss, I told you. He was slandering my rangers.
You finally did it, huh? Good for you. Been a long time coming. You done hauling...
My box hauling days are officially behind me. Say hello to Felix Mills.
I'd sooner shake the kid's hand.
Did I hear you right? You want to shake my hand? I need to get this.
Don't push your luck, Millstone. I still gotta...
She does. Scratch my name on the wall.
Now then, did you have anything else? Bit of a contradictory one, ain't you? Or were you making an ill-attempted joke? Well, I suppose it ain't a crime to change one's mind. You need me, you know where my office...
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled...
The controls are in the back of the machinery shaft area.
We're about to ruin your day.
Diagnostic says their circuit boards got used from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next. Sneak past if you can. Shoot fast. I can always fix them later.
Love a good brawl.
Except that I won't have any new battle scars.
Let's
Make him
this
regret
quick.
it.
Beginning security. Target located. Security not located.
Go ahead and cycle the drop-in pump. Don't know what that means. Look for the cycle drop-in pump.
I've got another fight in me.
Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you thanks.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
Rizzo's mock apple cider. Oh. Hard cider for a hard.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Yes, Captain. Beginning playback now.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone's receiving this, please send help. What? No! No, no, no!
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad. Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orson Shaw. Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear? As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders. I request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return. Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board? Who keeps ordering these? Welcome back, Captain. How can... The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order. We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
Can we talk? This Roseway business... Something tells me things didn't end well for the guy who made the distress call. And whoever or what... What's there to know, Captain? Shady corporate town caught up in shady corporate shit. Tough luck for... I'm counting on it. Anyway, we might as well take a look out there, see if we can get the jump on where...
Remember that you are not...
No security. Not that I'm complaining.
That's what I like about you, boss. Your contempt for the beaten path.
Clear the roadway. Obstruction of commerce is punishable by a fine of no less than 10,000 bits.
Looks like we missed the fun.
I done had enough of this shit. I'm just the fucking tarmac guard. Alarms went off, wraps broke loose, and I hightailed it in here to get a wall between me and them beasts. Scientist, name of Anton Crane. Someone said he's panicking and... Distress call. From here? Shh. Got me. I just do what I'm told. Oh, before I forget. Auntie Cleo's makes the best pharmaceuticals in Halcyon. Better than nature.
If you've come to end my life, let's be on with it. Yes. I must apologize if my call diverted you. I may have panicked. Why, one of our attackers, of course. My research may not quite fall within legal parameters, so I'm under orders to maintain wireless sight. I cut the call immediately once I'd gathered my wits. The Home Office... I suppose it can't hurt. If I don't get that research back, we were tasked with formulating a new... One cannot exaggerate the benefits of good dental hygiene. While doing research on enzymes specific to the Raptidon's digestive system, we developed an additive which we subsequently discovered to be the most effective appetite suppressant ever. Not just any diet toothpaste, the ultimate diet toothpaste. Oh, I'm certain it could be made into that as well, with only a few changes to its molecular composition. But you're missing the point. Let's focus for a moment, shall we? Even if you disregard the obvious value of Auntie Cleo's Appazap diet toothpaste in and of itself, we're talking about my career here as well. Nice, is it not? Came up with that myself. It's a shame our marketing department is almost as befuddled as my co-workers here. Hours ago, a group of vicious malcontents fell upon us, shot up our labs and loosed our research subjects, the Raptidons. If those cretins get their hands on my research, well, they'll need not kill me. Yes, but don't kill their mother if it's avoidable. We've need of her to replenish our stocks. I think there's gas in the lab somewhere that can be used to put them out. The research is in the safe in my office. You'll have need of my code and keycard. The lab's entrance is in the side of a hill. You can't miss it if you just follow the road. You'll pass by the town's original... by the Grand Architect. Jameson. He's in the old lab. My protege. I sent him to... Don't you think it weighs on me? He was my responsibility. All of them are, regardless of... If he has died, too many have been lost. Too many black marks against my name. I'll thank you not to miss... It's just that their constant complaining... Believe what you will, but I'm not the manipulative, ego-driven... And my colleague, Jameson.
crane guy cares more about his research than his own people.
We are experiencing a security... You are?
You're underestimating the importance of the 8th back.
Blankenship, she's okay. But Lunsford has the highest rate of foot goals per game. I got 500 bits on the Darlings taking the finals this year.
The stats are better. You picked a hell of a day to visit. I'm Vaughn. Vaughn Cortez. Dr. Vaughn Cortez. But just Vaughn's fine, really. Sure, I guess. I'm not supposed to talk to... I mean, why do you ask? It was like that when we got here. I heard it had been shut down for years. But the toilet's flush and the roof doesn't leak. Much. Hell if I know. There were a bunch of folks with guns and a lady yelling about wanting jobs or something. Next thing I knew, we've been cooped up in here, I don't know, hours? Too long. I have to get back to work. What? Look, I don't want to go back out there, but there's a thing I had to leave an experiment running at the lab. Something I've been working on a long while. Something that could really get me ahead. I've been extracting organic compounds from Raptidon.
Whoa, slow down.
In certain social situations.
Oh, he's making Enraptured, Captain. And
What? No? I mean, yes, I'm getting the musk. Sure. Of course. Our lab's south of here, down the road. Don't mention this to Anton, okay? He's kind of a tight ass about the lab. My equipment's in the lower levels, way in the back. I have a big room all to myself, dissection tables, and it should have been running this whole time. Just grab the results and bring them here. If you have a buyer. I got a contact who wants to haul the entire batch to help me out. I'll cut you in for a share. I'll even pay you before I am, when you deliver to me. Great! This is real.
So those charisma... enhancing benefits he was talking about. He was just blowing smoke, right?
I've stayed in worse.
Get
Heads
back!
You hiding!
Their mistake.
Break you!
That's working, Bob!
Reel them, Captain! That does it. Time for a drink?
Smells like something died in here.
Processing.
Heads up, boss!
Hit him with something bigger! Nice one! Try bigger weapon!
Nobody in this damn town knows how to clean up after themselves.
Unexpected investigating.
Take your best shot, asshole! Did you get through? Bullseye! That's pissing him off!
Oh, we all in one piece?
got the drop on us.
I don't think that's working, boss!
Find you.
Come out and play!
Fresh meat.
Huh? Did I hear something?
Heads up!
Ah, you fucker! Get
Who the... You. Yeah, you. Get over here. You care to explain what you're doing here? That I am. Name's Porter. If Doc Crane did... Bad news is, we haven't been able to clean these outlaws out of the lab. Good news is... For now, I reckon they got no backup. On the other hand, we don't neither. And our mechanicals all went haywire for... Damn mechanicals have always been more trouble than they're worth. The garage and the front door are it. They're not getting back out that way without us. Why you wanna... What for? Fair point. Here's a keycard to my office. Head left from here and downstairs. It's across from the cafeteria. I got a machine that makes pass... Just don't knock over any paperwork in there. Who, me? Or you... I'm in charge of site. Most days there ain't nothing to hear but wind. Well, it's not like the soap or something. I don't know. Oh, the pay ain't much, but it's never been about the...
You've got nice views and more sprats than people.
Oh. Make him regret it. Gotta get past that armor. Yeah. Can't get past that armor. Go after them. They're on us.
Best there ever was.
Processing, data searching.
Looks like we're doing this.
I think I heard something. What was that?
Heads up, boss!
You're dead!
Oh, that had to hurt. Of course, it's been ransacked already.
Hey! You! Over here! Oh, good. You're not shooting at me. It's been a bit of a day, so I'll get to the point. Yes, I have Crane's research. I suppose it does not matter. Either Crane sent you, or you are some scavenger come to Let's make a deal. I'd like to go on living. You'd probably like to make some money. The first thing I need is a key card to unlock my door. Then I'd need you to clear me a path out of here. There are 2 ways out. The quickest is through the front door, but Cleo security's bottled up in there. If you don't want to shoot them, I suppose you could talk to them. The other way out is through the loading bay, but you'd have to clear out the wraps for me. Then I could just slip out the back, sight unseen. Because Crane is a tool. Because no good deed goes unrewarded. Because doing me... The research I carry is valuable. I am willing to... And I will gladly negotiate with you.
You might be the first stroke of luck I've had all day. Thank you. I'm in your debt. Nothing beyond the purview of a talented... You really expect me to just let them pass? Why? So they can Never mind. I'm obviously in no position to argue with you. If you can talk the... Take your time.